Hey, this is Mr. Drogemeyer. Thanks for joining me for our Algebra 1 lesson videos. Today we're in Unit 3 looking at Lesson 10 and 11, which is talking about accurate answers. And so when we're talking about mathematics and we talk about accuracy, in terms of this lesson, we're looking at measurements. And so when we talk about the accuracy of a measurement, we're saying how close is that measurement to a specified value. And then another term that we're going to talk about is tolerance. So if you think in terms of manufacturing, if I'm making a product, the measurements of that product, we say the tolerance is going to be the accepted amount of variation in a product. So for example, let's say that I am making pencils and the length of the pencil is supposed to be, let's say, 8 inches. Uh, we could see how accurate our pencils are to that measurement. Our tolerance would maybe be something like a quarter of an inch either way is still okay. That it could be 8 1/4 inches long, or it could be 7 3/4 inches long. That's probably a little bit large for a tolerance there, but you get the idea. Tolerance is kind of that accepted amount of variation. If it varies more than that, then it's not accepted. And so some things where you might see this, one example that they mention in your lesson is a thermostat is measuring the temperature. Let's say your thermostat in your house is measuring the temperature in your house, and it gives it in degrees. If you had the most accurate measurement, it may show 71 degrees, but really it's 71.3 degrees or it's 70.8 degrees. So just that's kind of what we're talking about in this lesson about accuracy with things. So I have a few problem examples that we're going to look at here. This first one says that you want to install new floors, and we're buying this flooring, and the pieces are 1/2 by 6 square feet. So when I say 1/2 by 6, if you remember, these are going to be rectangles. To find the area of a rectangle, we multiply those together. So the width is 0.5, the length is 6. When you multiply those together, you get 3. So each piece is actually 3 square feet. And each piece measures 6 feet this way, 1/2 foot this way. So just some information there. Now it says that you have 508 square feet of floor on which to install the flooring. So how many of those pieces or sections should we purchase to be able to cover our 500 square feet or 508 square feet of floor? So what we would want to do here, we want a total of 508. Our pieces are 3 square feet each. And so if I divide 508 by 3, and I'm going to do that here real quick, 508 divided by 3, if I put that into my calculator, I get 169.3 repeating. So thinking about putting those pieces on my floor, would I need 169 pieces? I'm not going to be able to buy a third of a piece of flooring. So would I need 169? Would I need to round up to 170? And so thinking about that, well, if I had 169 pieces, I'm going to have this little piece of my floor that's still uncovered. So I would need to purchase 170 sections or pieces to be able to cover all of that flooring. So 170 would be our correct answer here. All right, and then the next problem here says from the aerial view, a helicopter sees 15 horses in a field over 1/2 mile. And they want us to estimate the number of horses that would be in the field if we were able to see 2.8 miles. So we're making some assumptions here that these horses are kind of evenly spread across their field. But so if you think about that, so I'm seeing 15 horses for every 1/2 mile. So half a mile, I've got 15. What do I have for 2.8? A few ways we can go about doing this. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to take my 2.8 and divide it by 0.5. And when I do that, I get 5.6. Well, so what I'm doing there is I'm saying that 2.8 is 5.6 times larger than that 0.5. And so to figure out how many horses there would be for our estimate, if I take that 15 times 5.6, because I'm looking for a number of horses that's also 5.6 times larger. And when I do that, 5.6 times 15 is 84. So assuming again that they're kind of spread evenly along that field, we would estimate that we would see 84 horses over 2.8 miles of that field. So just a way that we can use kind of that idea of proportions and make an estimate based off of the information we have. All right, and that's all I've got for you today on this lesson on accurate answers. Appreciate you taking the time to watch. And as always, if you do have questions, please let me know. Thanks. Have a great day.